like most of our better conversations is pre-show anyways. So when
Oh
that
yeah.
little let's like right now, like Jeff talking about green cards and he thought it was medical marijuana cards. Like, come on.
I'm pretty sure that's what it could refer to. Obviously, not only refer to.
You have not
Refer to.
Yeah,
Refer
referred.
to.
to.
Ooh.
I'm telling you, I'm the guy with the nicknames, the puns, and the intros. I don't know what else I could do. I'm a triple threat.
That's all we need. You're the goat. You're gonna have 7 rings before we know it.
Okay, let's be honest. I lost money because I bet against the guy who got 7 rings.
Hey, man,
Never bet against the goat.
Patriot fans had been bitching for so long that they had never seen a blowout win where they were confident the whole time. They finally got to see Tom Brady do it.
You know, it's funny. Somebody somebody brought it up. They're like, you know what's funny about this whole thing is like Patriots fans are acting like the Patriots just won the Super Bowl when literally it's another team with Tom Brady that won. Like they're just all like gloating about it, and it's just so funny. I'm just like, you guys realize this guy is not your quarterback anymore, right?
Wait,
Like
what?
like Patriots fans were like, we're so happy he won. We're so happy. Like this is like us winning all over again, and blah blah blah. And Eric just left. What the fuck?
It's the football talk. You lost him.
I know,
Yeah, I was sick of it. I was like, you know what? No more Tom Brady talk.
but everybody was like sucking his dick basically from Massachusetts, saying like, "Oh, like he won another one. Like fuck, like it feels like we won." Just shut the fuck up. No, you shouldn't be happy. You should be sad because if Tom Brady stayed with the Patriots, who knows what would have happened? If Ben Roethlisberger left the Steelers and he went to win another Super Bowl, I'd be fucking furious.
Yeah,
So
it's like he saved it all up for the
for just to
Buccaneers or
piss you
whatever.
off, yeah, just to
he
piss you off.
he went to a team that sucked last year. That like if you before Brady went there, they weren't going to do anything, and he did what like the
Exactly.
NBA has so many times, made this super team. He goes there, they get Gronk, they get Fournette, they get AB. All of which score touchdowns. Every touchdown that was scored was by someone who wasn't on the team last year.
Yeah,
Like
Mike
so now
Evans and
he's
Godwin didn't do anything.
in football and from basketball. Do you think they could do this in hockey, or do you think players would do this, like when McDavid's contract's up or something, like or Crosby, like that couple of these superstars decide, hey, we're going to go to Buffalo and finally win them one type of thing.
Well, I mean, here's the difference, right? I feel like due to the revenue stream in hockey, are there is there enough cap room to get all those good players on one team? You know what I mean? Like if
Right.
Yeah.
McDavid, if like because like in basketball they do the luxury tax stuff, which makes it being so stupid, and that's why
Basically,
they're putting like the 3 of the top 10 players on one team. NFL, it's like the NFL is different because it's like they obviously have even the shittiest teams have great cap situation because of the revenue that they're bringing in. NHL is different because like look at what happened with the caps with Ovechkin. You pay Ovechkin, now you have to figure out if you're gonna keep um like Oshie from the expansion draft or Holpe when that time came, or any of that shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like I don't know if that could ever happen in hockey, but like like, and now I'm thinking about it. What was the closest thing to that? Like Toronto now, like Maple Leafs having JT and Matthews and all those players. Like, is
but
that
they
one?
drafted all those players except for JT.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I don't think the NHL plays by that way. I think they love the
Yeah.
competitiveness of like, I run this team with somebody else. Go fuck yourself. Like Crosby and Malkin or Backy and Ovi. Like they stayed with each other for so long. They're none of them are going to be like, well, I want to go join fucking these other guys and make a super team. I just doubt it can happen because of cap and that. Like I feel like hockey players don't think like that. So
No. Also, hockey players like when they get older like that, like it's like prime example is Chara right now. He like came from Boston. He's like, I want to go to a team where I could win a cup. I don't want to go to a team where I'm like gonna have to like be like the fucking #1 star out there and turn this team around. I feel like it's I don't know if it's easier for football, but it's just like a little different for football probably because like hockey players they always just want to go somewhere to win a cup. That's all they want. Like Lundqvist came to us because he thought he could win a cup with us.
yeah,
Like
Then
that's just
and
what
all
about
it is.
going
and
to
one thing
Buffalo?
and one thing
He
you
wasn't going
touched
to
Yeah, one thing you touched on, Eric, and I think it's funny that you said that is Chara and Lundqvist both said it at the ends of their careers. Like they're both going to
Huh.
retire soon. They're not in the prime of their careers. They're not like the top at their positions anymore. Like they're just like, dude, I've done so much for the game. I just want to go win a cup. Like
Yeah.
Chara, even when we signed Chara and Lundqvist, us Caps fans were like, why did we do that? Like,
Yeah.
what did we bring? It's just two locker room guys, to be honest, and that's why I'm thinking it's like they don't think like that. So go ahead, Jeff. What about you? What do you think?
I mean, hockey, I think, has always been different from that point of view because you go back and you look at like Boston trading Bork away to Colorado there so he could.
Yeah.
Hockey's always been that way where like those guys who have been like cornerstones of the league, like they'll try to get them their cup at the end of their career type of thing. But I don't know, like with these, it seems to be a thing. I know Brady's the older version of it, and in the NBA, it's definitely younger guys. Like, what about all these people coming off of their rookie contracts there? Like, and hockey contracts aren't that expensive comparatively.
Right.
I don't know if you get like Kachuk and like I don't know the people that class and younger when they come out in these next couple years as free agents.
Yeah.
But
I didn't think it would work in basketball or in football, like especially in football with how many people are on a team that like
yeah, dude.
This,
But also you got to think about it in a sport like football. Like you're not asking Tom Brady to tackle somebody. Like in hockey and basketball,
Yeah.
you're asking them to do everything.
Like
In football, you're specialized in one position and one thing, and
Like-
you're know to do that. And that's where it comes with the quarterback thing, right? Everybody's like thinking about the quarterback as that's why the quarterback money is so great is because look what just happened. Tom Brady went to a 7-9 team to them being a Super Bowl winning team, just like that. And Patrick Mahomes, same thing. The team that with Alex Smith was like 10-6, 11-5. They went to like the playoffs, never won. Patrick Mahomes comes in instead of Alex Smith right away. Hockey, I don't see. I mean, there is players that could just go on a team and make them better, but because of the,
Vegas came out of nowhere. They went to
but
the
that's what
Stanley
I'm saying.
Cup the first year. That is absurd.
But like those are the group of guys that bought in together, and that's
Right.
like they all did things together. Now they all defended, they all scored, they all played their positions correctly, but they all were tasked to do something. I mean, like you got to think about it. Like Fleury could have easily been a shitty goalie, right?
Oh yeah.
But he became the Fleury that we knew that won 3 cups with the Penguins. So
Yeah.
that's what it is, right? And I think when you look at that, hockey, you're asking a group of guys to do so many things, and basketball is the same thing. Football, all I got to do is make sure Tom Brady doesn't get sacked and we win a Super Bowl. That's
True
it.
that. He's just
Yeah.
got to throw that football over the mountain. That's like literally all he has
Exactly.
to do. So
Uncle Rico, baby. He is
Uncle Rico, the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll see that though with Seattle coming up, because like you guys are like right, like Vegas like is the only team we sort of saw that with, because they got to pick and choose who they wanted sort of. So I wonder if when Seattle comes out, if they're going to have the same pretty strong run, depending on how the season's going to go. Who knows if hockey will still even be around.
I will actually say something, and it might be controversial,
Uh-oh.
but no, it's not controversial. Don't forget what happened that same year. They had the mass shooting in Vegas, kind of rallying the team. You know what I mean? Not to say that was the reason why they were, but like having that event happen, they're just trying to win it for the city kind of thing. And then like, who is it? I forgot who actually it was. Is from Vegas and was their captain. Do you know, Jeff?
But he did like that speech before the season or whatever, or after.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So having those two things kind of help Vegas kind of play out of their minds, right? They're still a good team. They're still a good team. A Stanley Cup Finals team, though, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But
the other thing is Vegas, like after that draft, I know like, because Zach and I, like, I think we were both working at SkateQuest at the time when it happened. We were talking about it, and it's like, that draft didn't look that good. That wasn't superstars. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Chemistry, and that's the thing in hockey too. You see a lot of like, just look at like the Canadian juniors team this year. They were stacked with all those number 1 or first round picks and everything. and then they ended up losing to the U.S. Like
exactly, yeah.
Yep.
All the talent, if you can't mesh well and play well, like it's almost better to have those grinders. And like you look at the teams that do make these runs, those fourth line players are like people that really make a huge impact on it. So.
And I think that's the difference between hockey and the other sports, because in basketball, when I look to score a basket, I go to my number one player, LeBron James, KD, all those players, even if I have other superstars, because that's what they could do. They could take over a game, or the defense will focus solely on them and I'll kick it out. Football, the same thing, right? If I'm down 20 points, Patrick Mahomes is still going to bring me back. But in hockey, you have those grinders that you say, and like the fourth line guys have to play in those key moments. And if they suck, I mean, that's a goal ready to happen. So,
and I mean, you guys saw with like Tom Wilson and stuff, a fight, a big hit, like that can go in, especially when there's fans there. That just can throw the momentum to your team.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Goal or something like that's what can get your team going, and that's what a lot of these fourth liners bring. So.
Would you say that hockey's even more of a team sport than like basketball or football, even though they are team sports? But like hockey is more of a complete team sport because like
100%.
All those what is it, 16 guys, 17 guys, whatever it is, 18. They're all playing unless they get benched by Torts. But other than that, they're playing. So
100%. Like we said, that I think it's one of the only sports that all those players play. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like at some point they all play. Like basketball, there's guys on the team that will never ever see the court. Football, they're the backup quarterbacks. Never played. They didn't play one snap this year behind Tom Brady. They're over here gallivanting around on boats, putting up like ring fingers, like they just did something to win that Super Bowl and not ride Tom Brady's coattails.
Shady Super Bowls in 2 years, zero play.
Zero snaps.
LaShawn McCoy. Shady.
He's got 2 rings.
He has 2 rings, played 0 snaps. The entire what was it? No, he played the last 2 Super Bowls, did nothing. Got back-to-back Super Bowl rings.
Nice. He's riding that wave. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's my kind of player right there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's like, it's nice and warm over here. We got a lot of water. Gatorade's good. Like,
He went from Kansas City barbecue to Tampa Bay women. The dude's living. That's what I love to see. But no, it's fun. And also, like you said, it's funny that to just get to change topics real quick, that you brought up the Torts thing. How did you guys feel about the benching? And like, I love the tweet that I saw. It was like, he got benched because he was disrespecting the coaching staff, not because of his defensive lapse. I was dying, dude. I was like, I mean, it could be both, but yeah, it could be 60-40. So,
yeah, I mean, did you see him after that last goal that he was out there for against, like,
oh my God,
he had to wade into it a little bit, like.
Yeah, dude. Like Torts probably was like, dude, this guy is fucking Swiss cheese. Like he's not helping us to do shit.
Swiss cheese. I think Torts also is like, he's not big on like talking to media and saying what really happened too. So I feel like he was like, yeah, he disrespected the coaching staff. It wasn't as much as the defensive play, but damn well in that locker room, it was because he missed covering that man, because that shouldn't have gone in. So, and Torts just had to deal with Pierre-Luc Dubois, so like he's probably trying to nip all that in the bud real quick, because you have another superstar come over here and just be like lollygag. No, he wasn't lollygagging. He just wasn't paying attention. It seemed like, but can't be having that go on, especially under Torts' watch. Whew.
Torts is gonna tear your ass up.
Oh yeah,
is kind of built too, like that. That's not something you can do if you want to stay in Columbus. And I mean, the crazy thing is Roslovic has been playing really well for them. I think he's had like 3 or 4 goals. I think he had the game winner for them.
Yeah, he did. That goal he had against Carolina was amazing. He went through like 2 defensemen. Did you see that one? I
don't think so.
It was great goal. It was like a highlight reel goal. It was amazing. But I mean, everyone on the team has said too. Like everyone on Columbus or on the Blue Jackets are like, we know what Torts' like game plan is. We know how this works. Like you have to play 60 minutes, and if you don't, you're not going to play. So like, I think Patrick Lane just has some adjusting to do. Lane.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is to do it now. Like he doesn't know the system. This is game 4. You go and you're like, hey man, no one's above the system here. So I think that's what put him in his place. It's Torts law.
Torts law. It's like the Torts' iron fist coming on.
I feel like every player on that team has been benched at some point. Like,
Yeah. Or like made to skate laps after practice or something. Like everyone's gone through like their hazing of torts, I feel like.
I just feel like Torts is a little bit more than every other coach because
Yeah,
anyone's
definitely.
you're playing like shit.
It's not good.
Can I be honest? I kind of would love to play for Torts. I think it'd be funny as fuck to play. Like,
Dude,
just to have that guy. Huh?
He's definitely my favorite coach out there.
Oh, for sure. Well, I'm gonna be honest. Q was one of my favorite coaches. I love Quinval because he's just like those videos when they were winning the Stanley Cup. He going, "Holy fuck, we fucking kicked their fucking ass!" Like the dude sounded like an old man, like literally like Clint Eastwood when he loses his mind, like somebody's on his lawn. But like, it has to be Q and him, probably top two coaches in the NHL with personality. I feel like.
Yeah, he definitely has the best post-game interviews and stuff like that. But
yeah.
I don't necessarily know if I want him coaching my team. I enjoy all the conferences and stuff.
Yeah.
So I would enjoy playing for him, but not having him as like the coach for like being like a manager or something and being like,
if you're the manager and you're like, they're like, well, we're gonna hire Torts as our head coach. You're just throwing your papers in there. It's like, well, I'm gonna go update my LinkedIn resume because I'm gonna be out of the job here soon.
You're just writing checks to the NHL already, just blank checks, like you know.
Fuck.
Yeah,
it's just like more likely he's gonna cuss. That's one. He's gonna yell at the refs. That's two. Probably say something to the media. That's like five. So just have five of those, right?
Yelling at the refs, man. Everyone does it.
Speaking of the refs in the NHL and everything like that, did you guys see and Torts also the missed offsides call for the Blue Jackets?
Here we go.
Carolina.
Yeah, man.
That
everyone saw that. That was ridiculous.
That was insane. And a Patrick Laine quote here. He said, "It's the biggest joke I've ever seen." And Torts, they asked Torts, they said, "What are you going to say?" And he said, "I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to wait for the NHL to respond first," which is like, oh shit, like you're in some shit, yo. Like, if no one saw it out there, what happened basically was, Carolina player was clearly offsides. They brought the puck in offsides and they scored on that entry. And I think it was they ended up winning that game by 1 goal. So this happened in the second period. It was like a minute 15 left in the second period or something like that. Took it in. Torts challenges offsides. There was, as the NHL says here, during the review, a miscommunication occurred between the video replay booth in Columbus, the linesman, and the situation room, and play resumed before all replays could be reviewed to confirm the offsides. Basically what happened, though, is Torts called it as offsides. They didn't review all the footage. They said it was a goal. They went and played. They gave Torts a penalty, which is a new rule here, which you get a penalty if you make a coach's challenge, but it's not right. So they ended the period. Carolina would have came back to the third period with 45 seconds on the clock for the power play. They reviewed the goal on the break. They realized it wasn't a goal. So when they came back to the game, there was no penalty, which is very weird because then they said the goal basically was offsides, but they still allowed the goal. Big fuck up over there.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe that they couldn't take the goal off if they could take the penalty off. Like, because time had already been served on that penalty. Like, if that's your rationale in not taking the goal off, is that the play started? Because I think it was after the game when they said it with the Flames Lightning Stanley Cup Game 6, where Happy Bullen made the save, but he was across the goal line. But it wasn't after the play that they saw it. And they said once the play started, they can't go back and reverse the goal.
Right.
So
it
just is weird that they got rid of the penalty, though, because you just had how much time where you're right.
Yeah, it's 45 seconds left.
Like, whoops.
and you're
sorry.
Admitting, you're admitting you fucked up.
Like, I thought it would start off and be like, the other team has like a minute 15 penalty to make up for their screw.
And we're taking one of your goals.
We're gonna play this over again. Just everybody come back.
Reset.
There's this much time left in the second period.
It's like NHL. It's like, oh well, like when you're playing NHL on like Xbox or PS, like PlayStation, you're just like, wait, that didn't count. We'll just run that back real quick. Restart.
Yeah, it's like mutual agreement.
Yeah. No, I mean it's so funny because we find like this fuck up happens, right? And like when we're talking about other sports, like the NFL, like obviously Eric, I mean, you know what the Super Bowl is, even though you don't like football like me and Jeff.
I've heard of this event that happens. I
Yes,
think
yes,
it's a yearly, bi-yearly.
bi-yearly event, bi-yearly
You come
event.
because it's the same time as the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what that is. Yeah.
the Puppy Bowl
Oh, I'm
What's
in it.
the Stewart this year?
Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg.
postponed with Corona, but you know Snoop Dogg and the puppies are going now. But But no, it's so funny because like in other sports we hear refs fuck up all the time and they're crucified, right? They're crucified. Like people are saying this is awful. They're giving away the game, blah blah blah. This happens, right? And I feel like the story wasn't big enough. You know what I mean? I understand it's a regular season game. I understand like we don't know what's going to happen with all the seasons, with the season moving forward, with all these cancellations and postponements. But when a ref fucks up in any other sport, I feel like it's so blown up on Twitter, Instagram, and everything. And in the NHL, they just don't say anything. I feel like it was just a 20-second thing. You know what I mean? Like, and then it's just like, oh fuck it, move on. So
Yeah, but what does that do? Like, yeah, people like all bitch about it and stuff, but it doesn't change anything about the outcome.
it just
Makes
shows
more
what I was telling about earlier about like how the NHL isn't at that level of the other sports because, and that's why I'm saying like I don't think there's going to be super teams because if it was other sports, I'm not saying the recognition of what happened would have been higher, is what I'm saying.
The media response too as well. It would have been in the news a little bit more. You would have more people talking about it. Since not many people watch hockey, you don't have many people talking about it.
You know what? And I also blame this on fucking Bell Media for going and canceling the Jay and Dan show on the whole downsizing effort here. I mean, fuck that. And, I think that this is all their fault and more coverage would have happened.
Didn't the NFL have like all the refs go on strike or something at one point?
No, dude, don't start with that.
Did they get fired?
Oh my god, no. So it was a contractual dispute for the new contract, and we had replacement refs. And the biggest play that everybody remembers was the touchdown / interception between Seattle and Green Bay, where one ref
and the one goes
incomplete and touchdown. Signal incomplete, and the other ref who's standing right next to him signaled a touchdown. And they just were like, fuck it, it's a touchdown. And it just ruined the season to the point where the third week they brought up the real refs, and the first penalty that was called, everybody cheered. Everybody was like, yeah, that's the right call. It only took maybe that one play, and then everybody was back to booing them when a play didn't go their way. So
of course, yeah.
So.
Well, I wonder how much like not having a crowd there too played into it for because the NHL more so.
This was like 3-4.
Yeah, the NFL was years ago, but I think for the
yeah.
Carolina Blue Jackets call that just happened, I wonder not having the fans there because like fans are like the fourth ref or whatever, the third ref basically, and I wonder.
Yeah, the refs are going unchecked. They don't have to work.
No, people are not throwing octopuses in Detroit. People are not throwing octopuses at them in Detroit.
Because I mean, like Gritty's still throwing out hats in Philly, so I kind of assume that they're still doing something.
Can I ask you guys a question? Fuck that guy. Fuck Gritty. I want one thing on his head. I want a fucking bullet. Fuck that guy. Fuck Gritty. He's getting too big for his britches.
I could agree with that.
I'm sorry to change the subject and sorry to cut you off, Jeff, but whenever I hear Gritty, it's like hearing like another story about like
Lincoln Park.
Asshole. Like an asshole. Like any asshole. Lincoln Park is a good one. But like maybe Nickelback. It's like they're listening to Nickelback. It's like, okay, I understand Nickelback is okay. I get it. I just don't want to hear it. Like fuck you, Nickelback.
It's like, oh yeah, tell me another story about how your kid has to go to school.
Yeah.
I think this is just a Philly thing, and you just need to get over the differences between the cities, like Ron Hextall did, and is as he becomes the GM in Pittsburgh.
Very weird move there.
Whoa! Transition.
You could see the wheels slowly
turning. He worked. It's like Michael Scott. It's like I start a sentence not knowing where it's going to end, and then I just hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but it was like, yeah, no, but I mean, for me, when I saw the move, I was just like, kind of like eye opening. I was just like, my eyes were like, oh, really? Nice, cool. What the fuck? Like that's how I felt. So,
Huh?
oh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Why?
That's who they hired. All right. How you guys actually feel about it though? Like for me personally, I was just like, I don't know if that's the right hire because I don't know what he's going to bring to the table that would make that team, what he's going to bring to that organization as a person. So.
I think it'll work out. I mean, he was like the head of hockey operations for something else. I think he was basically running another team somewhere from what I can remember what I read.
He was with Phil before this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought he was. Oh, you know what? I'm getting mixed up the Michael Pekka player development thing with the Caps. Hextall. What are you gonna do? He's just a fucking rebel. He's just a rebel to his heart.
I think that this is a great move by him to sabotage the Penguins from within. That he's going to go in there and start trying to destroy this team. Because Burke is the
Yeah, Burke is the what is it called? President of hockey operations, and Hextall is the GM. Yeah.
So I think this is time for them to get some revenge on Pittsburgh for all the years. They go in there. First thing they do is get rid of that non-producer Malkin.
Yeah, traded.
He hasn't been doing very good this year. They don't need him.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good call there, Jeff. I like that, the sabotage.
It's the only thing I can hope. It's just weird to me because hockey, you see it all the time where someone goes to an organization that, like, especially with the Caps and Penguins, it seems like there's a lot of trade between there, and that's the Caps' biggest rival.
Yeah.
Arguably, Penguins too. I mean, though they do have Philly, but then Philly's biggest rival is Pittsburgh. So, like,
yeah, everyone just hates Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I get it.
That's true. They do have a lot. They do have a lot of trading there because, like, fucking what's his face has gone back and forth.
The coach
Reardon. Yeah, Todd Reardon when he went from Pittsburgh to the Cavs, back to Pittsburgh. Little demotion there too, sucker.
What a loser! What a fucking loser!
Because I know did Gonchar play for Pittsburgh at the end? Because I know he coached for both.
I don't know. That's a good question. I feel like I remember him in a Gonchar jersey in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I feel like he did play in Pittsburgh, and I feel like it was for more than a year or two. But
oh yeah, he did play for Pittsburgh. Yep.
Yeah, I think he got a cup. So, but yeah, he's coaching. It's just weird to see that. Like, I don't know. I don't think that happens in any other sports really.
That like crossover like that and back and forth so much.
Like rival, or one of your big rivals. Like, yeah. I mean, you do see it like with coaches that they just bounce around the league.
Yeah, they do.
Just a head coach from somewhere else who gets hired. It's like there's not that many new guys, and if there are, they're on short leashes.
So was it the New England Patriots the rival of the Buccaneers?
No, not even close. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
I was just thinking because like Tom Brady went from the Patriots to the Buccaneers. I wonder if they're the rivals and but not even close.
He said, "I don't want to go to a team that's gonna like hurt the team I was just on," type of thing. So I'll go somewhere, another conference.
He doesn't have to see his friends all the time.
Yeah. I mean, he went to Florida. He's an old man.
He went to. Trust me, he would have gone to Buffalo if that was the case, and I don't think he wanted to go from New England to Buffalo. And Buffalo wouldn't have him because Buffalo has actually a good young quarterback who they, in all honesty, he'd rather have than Tom Brady at this point. Tom Brady just made a good team great because he didn't do anything. So
just throwing that football over the mountains there.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's coming from Brady's number one fan.
Yeah. Fuck him. Fuck that guy.
You saw that he's not retiring anytime soon.
It is what it is. Like, for me personally, if Tom Brady doesn't retire, it's okay. Like, he's not in the AFC. He's in the NFC now, whatever. Steelers don't look like they're going to do anything anyways at this point in time. So it's like, what am I here to root for? Huh?
They got a lot of moves they got to make. Everyone's a free agent.
Yeah, dude. A lot of moves to make.
But
Tom
this
Brady's.
is face of the franchise.
Yeah,
We just started. This is a
crossover pod.
Crossover. This is what happens when our goalie's not here. Goals are just being scored left and right. We just don't know where to go.
This is face of the holers.
Hold on, but we do want to say congratulations to Ashley and Zach for getting married.
Yes.
Congrats. You know the boys got your back, so he'll probably not be on the show next week either. That we're going to record. So we just wanted to say congratulations to him and best wishes. So
reach out to us on Instagram or Twitter if you want to take his spot next week on the show.
Honestly, we've been having guests on. We would love to hear anybody. We need people that aren't Caps fans, even though like another wasted hour was great. Like Caitlin and Keith were great. We want to have Caps fans on, but we need to diversify this because Jeff is going to get taxed by these Caps fans, and I think he needs some backup one time. So if you are not a Caps fan, and okay, listen, I'm going to say, don't be a Penguins fan because it's just going to be an hour of us fighting with you, and it's not going to be good unless you're like one of the players. Evgeny, if you want to come on, we'll fight you. I'm down. You barely know how to speak English. This is call out. Michael Schnuti is calling you out, Evgeny Mulligan. Come at me, you Russian bitch. Yeah. Watch. Now we're going to get a DM, and I'm going to have to fight Evgeny Mulligan, and I'm going to die. So
I think you could take him.
Nah, if his hand was tied behind his back, yeah.
You're going to fight Evgeny Malkin at his wedding?
Dude, at Zach's wedding, that'd be the perfect gift for him. I'll be like, I got you a wedding gift.
Well, you got to win it then.
Even better is you do it before and you knock them out and then you drag them in and you're like, happy wedding or whatever. Congratulations. I would look like Rocky. I would look like Rocky at the start of Rocky 5 or 4 after after he won against Draco, where he's just shaking. His face is all swollen up. He's telling Adrian he can't box no more. He's like look like he's about to die. That's how I would look if I win or lose against Evgeny. So either way, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta pull out that W.
Hey man. Well, boys, this was a short show, but it was a great show. I love you guys. We want to say thank you again to everybody who listens to us. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We are on all streaming services. Five Holers is on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as well. Keep looking out for us. Our new shows are always out there. Look us up on YouTube as well. Boys, do you have any final words before we close it out?
Don't forget to check out the other Four Corners podcast. You got Face of the Franchise.
Get them.
You got
Face
Thoughtology.
Last nice guys. Thoughtology.
Yep.
Bread and butter.
Bread and butter. Yep.
Free therapy. And that's about it for right now. So we're expanding. If you want to hit us up on fourquarters.studio, we're taking new podcasts. Come join us, baby. Come join the umbrella. Jeff, what's your last words?
And why go bar down when you can hit that 5-hole? Aim low, boys.
Hey,
yeah.
Let's go.
Woo!